Welcome back. Welcome back. Me and Slim are here. We talking a little hometown team for the ATL, some Atlanta Hawks for Slim. I'm a little under the weather if you can't tell, but we're here. Can't go too many days without an upload. We're trying to get to that 100 subs. So if you haven't subscribed and you're a Hawks fan, or if you're just an NBA fan and you like the content, subscribe. Feel free. It's free. Literally just click it and helps us out a lot. Gets us yipped up. But the Atlanta Hawks, we got a lot to talk about. I know Slim obviously knows a lot more than me and a lot more than probably a lot of Hawks fans out there. So listen to him. But I'm just going to run through their free agency signings real quick. Patty Mills joins via trade with Thunder. Dejounte Murray got a 4-year extension, and Wesley Matthews 1-year deal. But is there any rookies or anything you want to highlight, any draft picks, any of that stuff from Summer League? Because we haven't talked about them since Summer League ended.
I think we had the 15th or 16th pick. I think it was 16th. But we drafted Kobe Buffkin. I love the young cat. Great. I feel like he's going to be a great guard. And I've talked a little bit about him before, but I think that A.J. Griffin was one of the best rookies in the league last season. He showed that he could perform in the clutch. He showed that he could play defense and be like thrown in with the coordination.
He can handle himself.
Yeah, exactly. I think that he's going to be able to teach Kobe the same mentality. And Kobe has that grit. He has that dog mentality of being able to go in and attack the basket and also facilitate for his teammates and play defense very well. He reminds me a lot of Dejounte Murray. And then I peeped this other cat. His name is Muhammad Gay. And then he's a big, but the way that he attacks the basket, also can play defense. I think that we're looking at a lot more solidarity coming from the defensive end, which is what the Hawks have been needing because of having Trey Young. I wouldn't even consider him a liability, but because of his size and needing to guard like taller guards in the league, I feel like we need more of that energy that is going to allow Trey to, take leaps to lead his team on the defensive end. And we saw that playing against Miami in the play-in, and even seeing that against Boston in the first round. And I think that we saw Tyrese Martin. He's been one of our bench players who hasn't really gotten too much shine under Nate McMillan, but I think Quinn Snyder is going to be able to play a lot of our bench potential stars, showing you that they can play significant minutes, maybe 18 to 20 minutes, and give you like 7, 8, 9, 10, and jumping up in the roster, in that 8-man roster. And I think we see that within Jalen Johnson, especially that we got rid of John Collins. I think that that's going to open up the floor for us to push the pace in transition and be aggressive. So I think that we have everything that we need for our defenders, especially re-signing Dejounte Murray. Great. And I think he's one of, I don't want to say one of the leaders in steals, but
yeah, he's definitely a passing lane guy for sure.
Hold your horses. Are you seriously enjoying this fire content without liking, commenting, and subscribing? We're glad you're here at This or That NBA podcast. We want you to stick around. It's easiest to do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. It's free. It takes 1 second, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
And then that helps us in transition. And because we got a young cat like Jalen Johnson, I'd even say Big O, being able to be like aggressive.
He's a rim runner for sure.
Pushing the floor. I think that's going to, like I said, solidarity is what we have needed. And then now we also have that quickness, a little bit of young talent who can defend well and shoot well. And I think adding a veteran presence outside of Clint Capella, adding Patty Mills to the mix with the small guard like Trey Young and even Kobe, AJ, like these smaller players who know how to use their size to their advantages to exploit the defense that any other team could, try to oppose to them, and I think that Quinn Snyder knows how to coach the guys, because he's coached a young star like Donovan Mitchell trying to rise up and be the best player that he can be and allow him to play his game. I think that Quinn is going to exploit that with all of the young talent that the Hawks now have, and forget all of the rumors of Trey going somewhere. Trey wants to be able to work with Dejounte Murray to lead their team to take it to the next level. And this is the year of Georgia, period. You see, I got the Bulldogs on. We going 3-peat, you know what I'm saying? And I heard the Falcons are going to do great this year. I'm going to be tuning in a lot more to the Falcons. You see how the Braves
You
doing.
won't be
you know
that
what I'm
good.
saying?
You won't be that good.
Whoa.
You got a good running
Let's
back.
take our
You got a
time.
good running back.
I heard we got like eight new players who could really flip it upside down. You know what I'm saying? The
I mean, I
Braves
don't
are
think he'll be
the
very.
World
I don't.
Series.
Yeah, I do. I have a future on the Braves, so I would like that. But I don't know about the Falcons. I don't know about, but Hawks have potential. They have potential.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, I
That's
think I didn't really think about the Quinn Snyder young guy guard point with him coaching Donovan Mitchell, which is kind of bad of me, knowing that I'm a Cavs fan. But if you're thinking that Trey and Dejounte are going to work, I think the biggest thing for that to work is a system. I feel like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of in the past with Nate McMillan, it was kind of give Trey the ball, run a pick and roll, run DHOs, all that kind of stuff. Just very simple, like basically let Trey do everything. And then if you get it on the wing with 7 seconds left, Dejounte go make a shot. DeAndre Hunter go make a shot. I feel like it was a lot of that. And I think the two big blockbuster trades last summer for guards really were Donovan Mitchell and Dejounte Murray.
100.
Them, and I don't want to say the Hawks didn't work, but Donovan Mitchell had his best season in Cleveland alongside another star point guard in Darius Garland. I think that was due a lot to him buying into the system, and I'm not saying that Dejounte didn't. I just think that the system was give Trey the ball and kind of let him do everything. And I think Quinn
100.
is going to be able to exploit that and get everyone involved more. And I think that's what's going to be the biggest difference for the Hawks in next season.
100%.
But I think AJ Griffin, I think he's going to obviously take a step up. Jalen Johnson, agreed. Wesley Matthews, I think, will get significant minutes. I don't think he'll start, but I think he will get significant minutes. Great 3-and-D player, older veteran, will teach some of the young guys, all that kind of stuff. And I think those are small but helpful moves. If you're DeAndre Hunter, are you still expecting to be traded? Are you running it back? I don't know. You want him gone? You want him there?
I need him to. I mean, I'll give him time because this is going to be his 4th or 3rd year in the league.
No, more than that.
I'll give him
Gotta
time.
be 5th.
You got 5th?
Gotta be. I feel like he's been around for a long time.
We can fact check that.
Yeah.
But I think that, like you said, I think Nate McMillan, and I've said this plenty of times, I think that he saw the potential within Trey to lead his team because he was the best player on the team. And I think that he tried to run a lot of those actions through Trey, like dribble handoff and in the pick and roll, being able to find his bigs, cut into the basket, being able to throw those unexpected lobs, people mistaking them for floaters, finding Clint Capella, John Collins, Big O, all of his big players. And I think that Quinn is, like you said, is going to find a system that works. And I think that we already see that Trey can play iso ball in order for him to slice through defenders, in order for him to either float or find those unexpected lobs, which is something that Dejounte Murray can also do as well. Before Dejounte Murray got traded to the Hawks, when he was with the Spurs, he averaged like 29-9, which is around the same that Trey traded. And both of them together are the first duo since Scottie and Jordan to average plus 26 and plus 6 assists. And that was just last season. So adding Quinn, I think that Quinn is going to find the best spot for all the guys. And I hope just how he started to utilize Jalen Johnson a little bit more, maybe getting rid of JC is going to allow space for your threes, your wing players, your 3-and-D players like Jalen Johnson, like DeAndre Hunter, to really be able to, get DeAndre Hunter plays a lot of mid range, and I think that Quinn in Quinn's new system, he may have a new opportunity to thrive and be able to play his game and show the potential that he's been able to play with, because he wasn't able to do that under Nate McMillan. But also, he could be gone by the trade deadline. So I want to see how he plays, throughout the beginning of the regular season. But around Christmas, if it's not looking too good, then I'd be expecting him to be gone by February.
Yeah. I think obviously the system that they're going to have to run pretty much is a 4 out, 1 in. I think you have to stick Clint and Big O on the free throw line, let them roll, let them set screens, all that kind of stuff, which is similar to what they've been running with Trey. But I think if you have movement on the opposite side and you shift that instead of just being a high center ball court pick and roll, if you shift that to the right or left wing, that opens up a lot, because then you have a back cut opportunity. You have a guy coming off a down screen, coming up for a 3. You have a skip pass over to the other corner. There's a lot of things that you can do with a 4 out, 1 in, and a lot of teams run it. And teams are very successful doing so. But I think it's up to Quinn to really make this work. I think you have more than enough talent to make it work. I don't think your team should be a 7 seed again. I don't think they should be that low. And they weren't like, you could be the first to say you didn't have a good season or live up to expectations is more the better phrase. But I think I wouldn't be shocked if the Hawks won, say, 50 games this year, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they did the same thing and won 42. I wouldn't be
100.
shocked. I know that doesn't seem like a big range, but it is in the NBA. That's the difference between a 3-4 seed and a 7-8 seed. It's crazy now. But
especially in an 80 we're seeing an 80-game season for the first time because of this in-season tournament. So teams.
No, it's still 82, but it's like different 82. I don't know.
I heard that the 2 teams who play in the in-season championship are going to play 83 because that's a part of the regular season. But then because of the in-season tournament, that everybody else outside of those 2 teams are getting cut down to 80. But we can look at that.
No, I don't think so. I think the one championship just plays 1 extra game. I think that's it. But that's a conversation for another day, because I think we could see a lot of teams not try.
And we'll make a video once we understand a little bit more. We'll give the people what they need to understand and figure it out, because we got to figure it out ourselves. But
yeah, I didn't watch a ton of Hawks Summer League. I know you were touching on it earlier, but how do you think the Summer League team did? Obviously, they didn't win or get to the Final Four or anything like that. I don't know what their record was, but how do you think the guys did? Like, do you see any, besides the guys you mentioned, or if they were some of the guys you mentioned, do you see anyone getting real minutes this year?
I really like Muhammad Gay a lot, and I think that we need that big presence in regards to like a 4, being able to like I said, be solid on defense, but also be structured on offense, like in regards to setting screens, rolling to the basket, being able to space the floor out in a similar way how like your bigger players like Draymond Green are able to do to facilitate for smaller guards like a Steph Curry, So I think that adding Muhammad Gay and then adding Kobe Buffkin, I think that they're gonna like those are 2 players that are gonna be able to fit into the system that Quinn is going to be able to provide. And I think that Quinn Snyder is such a great coach that instead of trying to be like Nate McMillan and solely put the pressure on Trey to be able to facilitate and also be the clutch, player that he is, and just be the dominant scorer that he can be, I think that Quinn is going to be able to alleviate some of that pressure by being able to implement his younger squad into the rotation for them to play significant minutes. And also, I believe that all of these cats have the potential to provide whatever it is, whether it be defense or scoring, giving you at least 8 or 9 playing maybe 11 minutes, and I know that AJ Griffin is going to play a lot more.
I think he should. He definitely should.
I think Tyrese Martin shows that he should be able to at least maybe see like 15 minutes. He was giving you like 22, during summer league on a nightly basis. I just think Quinn is really going to figure out something that works for all the cats, and I'm excited to see what we have this upcoming season.
All right, as we do whenever we talk about a specific team at the end of the video, we say how many wins do we think they're going to get. And this time, I actually, now that the odds have came out, I have a total for every team in the NBA. So from now on, we'll say it's over or under this number, and then you can give an actual number if you want. But on FanDuel, the Hawks over-under season win total out of an 82-game season is 41.5.
Over.
So it'll be one game over 500, one game or at 500.
Yeah.
All right, over. What's your number?
No bullshit. Probably I could see at least 43. Which
okay,
is
yeah. All right, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Yeah, I was gonna go 44. I would also probably say over. I'll show love to the ATL.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see a lot of teams kind of struggle, and I think there's gonna be 2 or 3 teams in the East that really rise up, and I think the Hawks could be one of them. And yeah, I'm excited for what they're gonna do next season. I'm curious to watch, but I wouldn't be shocked if they had a rough season again. But I think they're in a position. I like Quinn Snyder a lot. I'm not the biggest Trey guy in the world, as you know, but I like the team. Like, you guys have a very nice roster. Cannot complain. And Trey has shown that he could, when it comes playoff time, he can definitely lead them to some wins. So that's a wrap for this video. If you guys stuck around this long, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subs. And when that happens, Finn's smashing a cookie cake in his face. So let's get that. See you guys next time. Peace.